Hey, what is going on, guys? Chief Matt here, and welcome to Fan Fight. So this is going to be the series where I commentate over your guys' viewer matches. And actually, thank you so much to Kibber Mobile Gaming for the name of this series. Actually, obviously you guys know I asked you the last video what you guys thought I should call this series, and that is what I decided on. I thought it really rolled off the tongue really easily, and yeah, I just really like it. So that is going to be the name of this series. This is going to be episode number 2. Last one was number 1. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and be getting into a game. This is a super high elo game, so I'm super excited to see how intense this gets. We got like 2 POAs and then the rest VG in this game, so super excited for it. And yeah, we're gonna go and be getting right into it here. So draft almost over so far. We have Baron and Grace were banned out, and we have so far Idris. So in order of captain, jungle carry, we have Finn, Grumpjaw, and Idris versus Lyra. And I don't know what we're gonna do in the jungle. Oh, are we gonna see a CP Lyra and lane? That'd be insane. It's been so long since I've seen that. Let's see what we see. Let's see what we see, guys. Oh, Sky. Okay, so we're locking in the Sky. This is gonna be really, really interesting. It's probably the Sky and lane, and then the Lyra and the Jewel as the captain and jungler respectively. Going to go and jump into this match, but yeah, super excited to go ahead and be doing this series. You guys seem to really like it down in the comment section below, so go ahead and leave a like if you enjoy this series, and yeah, definitely comment to let me know what you think. So jumping in here, we do see Summer Party Finn coming out. That was from last summer. School Days Lyra, that is a nice one. And then just the Sky and the Jewel classic skins. I'm waiting for, I mean, Grumpjaw has his Lapdog Grumpjaw skin. I'm waiting for Grace to get a skin. I'm really excited for that, see what they're going to do with that, see what direction they go with. Really excited to see what happens there. But yeah, jumping into this game, really, really excited to go ahead and see what happens with this one. So yeah, let's go and see what happens.
Halcyon Fold has begun.
All right, so we do see Lyra, sorry, not Lyra, Idris and Finn. Idris is going to head into the jungle. Good luck, have fun's coming out of both sides. Lyra starting out with the Iron Guard contracts. That's interesting. A lot of times I don't see that, but looks like the Finn and Lyra both starting with the Iron Guard contract. Lyra potentially going for a potential invade. We do see that a lot in high elo meta right now, so this is going to be a very high elo match. So we are going to be looking at some high elo meta, so obviously this is going to be something to learn from potentially, and that is why I enjoy commentating high elo as well. So Quibble coming out from Finn, going to get some damage onto Lyra. Not going to do too much to scare her away. She's actually still keeping up that damage. She's going to keep attacking this minion. Quinn's got his Fibble up in 1 second. Lyra's going to get out of there. She's wasting her time. Going to go ahead and head over to help her Sky farm through the jungle here. So let's head into lane. We see Idris and Jewel. Jewel is going to be the laner. She is going to probably be going weapon here. Very interesting. Super excited to see how she does. This is a Vainglorious Jewel, so really, really excited. Idris is Book of Eulogies and Swift Shooter right now, so he does get that heal every time he finishes, and Jewel gets the same. Nice Rocket Leap coming in from Jewel. She's going to go and follow it up with a Thunder Strike, and Idris will go down due to the combination damage from Lyra and Jewel. Very, very nice job. A gank on the side of Lyra. Lyra can really, really be deadly, because when you get that, when she has that extra projectile at the end of her, you know, at the second part of her auto attack, I guess I'll say, she can be very, very detrimental. Obviously, with the slow, Idris really couldn't get away. He didn't have any escape yet with his ultimate, so yeah, that was really, really good on their part. Lord Yato coming with the Polite Company, using that Quibble to go ahead and slow Lyra as she attempts to retreat. She will get away pretty fine. I think Idris right now is basically just focused on farming as much as he possibly can, because that's going to be very important going into the late game. He does scale very, very well with both weapon power and CP, but weapon power is a lot better right now. And so let's see what he does with this build. Obviously, Grumpjaw, we did see in the draft, is going to be going CP, so really excited for that as well. Jewel jumping right back in to see if she can do the same thing to Idris, but not this time, because now Finn is here to go and protect Idris. And yeah, Finn's really good at soaking up that damage. He does have the light shield to go ahead and block some of Sky's damage, although Sky hasn't been up recently. Sky's just been farming through that jungle. She's got 12 CS. Grumpjaw's got 7. A little bit of a skirmish here in the jungle. Lyra does go down, and we see Idris trying to get out. Rocket Leap comes in onto him, but it's not going to be fast enough as Jewel tries to back away. Meanwhile, Finn returning fire, but the Quibble does miss Jewel as she comes back in. Idris potentially looking for another entrance into this fight. Chakram coming out, and Jewel wants this kill. Idris wants the kill. Jewel trying to juke him out. Idris goes down. Jewel will go down as well. So very, very nice job by the Jewel on the side of baiting Idris into it and making her death worth it as well. So very, very nice job on her part. That was very, very slick. And we're going to go and see what happens here. Alright, so we do see this Jewel coming in here with that very, very nice Rocket Leap. And now Idris moving on to her, looking for a potential, but Lyra is here. Lyra doing so much with that Imperial Sigil, just a lot of zone capabilities, and she obviously is using them to her advantage. So we do see her, you know, kind of controlling this field here. Here comes Finn, although he is very slow. He sometimes has a hard time getting up to the target because of Lyra with the slow. Finn can't be slowed. However, oh wait, no, he can be slowed. He just can't be stopped. So yeah, so it's kind of hard for him. So Jewel getting some damage. Quibble coming in from the Finn to go ahead and stop their retreat, but they are going to be pretty, you know, high in health. Grumpjaw diving in onto this Jewel, doing a good amount of damage actually. Lyra using her snare. Jewel jumping out with a Rocket Leap as she takes a lot of damage. Grumpjaw wants to finish this kill. He will not be able to as he retreats, unfortunately for him. Lyra trying to slow the enemy team here. Grumpjaw looking for potential entrance into this. You know, and to finish the kill, but now the Imperial Sigil just healing up Jewel massive amounts. They are both going to back out of the situation, sorry, and go ahead and head back to farming. So check on Skye. Skye, it has been really no presence in lane. She's just been farming up the best as she possibly can. She wants to go ahead and, my guess is carry the late game once she gets super fed. So right now, she's almost at her broken mid. She's got both the components for it. She also has an energy battery, just clearing this jungle time after time. We really haven't seen her any other time, whereas Grumpjaw has been coming up to gank a lot. He's losing CS as a result. 16 on Grumpjaw to 28 on that Skye. So obviously Skye, you know, spending a lot more time in the jungle, whereas Grumpjaw is kind of coming up to lane to get some ganks when he can. He started off Storm Crown and now it's going some CP, so potentially an Aftershock would be my guess. Jewel now going 1v3. Turret is targeting Grumpjaw, so he is taking damage. Lyra coming up to help her team. However, Rocket Leap coming out, that will not connect. Another Quibble kind of zones out the area. Fountain Pop by Lyra to go and heal her and Jewel. Another dive from Grumpjaw that's not going to be really enough. However, red team really doing a good job at holding their ground against all three members of blue team. And actually, Idris goes down to an Imperial Sigil from that Lyra, and Finn will go down as well. Jewel diving all the way in. Very, very nice death from above from that Skye. Skye making her first appearance in lane, and boy, was it a good one. She was able to take out the enemy. Although Grumpjaw doing a ton of damage to the Skye as he dives in, but now he is stuck in a very bad position as Forward Barrage rains down on him. He tries to get that ending auto attack in on this guy, but it is not going to be enough, unfortunately, as he does go down. So unfortunately for the Grumpjaw, he kind of wasn't able to finish in his initial burst of damage, and so he had to wait for his next burst of damage, which was when his next abilities came up, and that was too long because while he was waiting for those abilities to come up, all three members of red team were focusing him down. So yeah, that was a very good attempt on his part. Unfortunately, it was not able to come into fruition, but let's go ahead and watch this Jewel, see what she does as we move into the, you know, kind of mid-game here. Skye is actually kind of low right now. We'll see if she decides to head back or head back into the, head back to base to go ahead and heal up. But yeah, so let's go ahead and we do see this, we do see the Jewel and Skye combo. We see the Lyra and the Jewel combo, staying together really for vast majority of this game, and we're gonna go ahead and probably see that a little bit later in the future. Fight breaking out here. We see Death from Above coming down. Big red button comes out, but that's not really gonna do much damage as a weapon. Jewel Grumpjaw diving in, but he will go down. Finn using his Quibble to go ahead and get some damage on in the slow, but it's not gonna be enough. Red team just has more damage right now at this point. They have way more damage than the blue team, and they are using it to their advantage. Skye taking a ton of damage from Idris. Idris latches onto her. That is going to be enough. Idris now going on to Jewel, changing his focus, but Jewel does so much damage. Finn using his Quibble onto Jewel. They will get the kill onto Jewel, and now they're switching onto Lyra. Lyra will fall as a result if they can catch up to her. Lyra's using his boots to go and catch up. Idris using his boots, sorry. It will not be enough. The Chakram is, yeah, the Chakram did miss there, so very, very nice job on the side of the Idris. I did not think that he had that damage potential, but he really was able to dodge the Jewel's Thunder Strikes and just not take the majority of the damage she was doing. So Jewel able to finish her second tier 3 item. She's now has the Sorrow Blade and the Tyrant's Monocle, so she is going to be doing a lot of crit damage. And we see on the other side, Top Wolf on that Idris, of course. We see the Sorrow Blade, the Poison Shiv coming out right now. And then, of course, the Grumjaw Aftershock, as I expected. Not quite built yet. He has both components of it. And then on the other side, we have a Sky going Broken Myth and then Shatterglass after. So very, very, pretty much standard built except for the Grumjaw. I've never really seen that before, but it's been working out fairly fine as long as he can get that burst damage onto the target and follow up. His team can, the Idris can follow up. He'll be fine. But if he can't finish them in one, passing, he's pretty much dead. So Grumjaw, yeah, very, very niche market that he's working with here. Forced Accord comes in, but it's not going to connect with any members of Red Team. Idris will port back to go ahead and get some health. Meanwhile, Grumjaw and Finn left to care for this turret. However, they don't have too much damage. Big red button comes out. Once again, not doing too much damage as a weapon. Jewel, Sky diving in below the turret. Idris wants this kill. He's going to go ahead and latch onto her, and he will most likely be able to catch up to her. But meanwhile, another fight going on. Idris is going to go ahead and join this fight up here. Jewel, it looks like she's backing away from it. We have all three members of Blue Team together, whereas Red Team is split. Sky has successfully gotten back to base. Blue Team is searching for her, and we see, this Jewel trying to take some of their farm. If they can catch her taking their farm, they will be able to do pretty substantial damage to her. However, they are not going to be able to get there fast enough. It just was too busy kind of searching for the Sky that had already gone back. So that is going to be that. Now Lyra kind of close. Grumjaw going after her. He will be doing some pretty hefty damage to the Rocket Leap coming in from Jewel, and now Sky rejoining the fight as she comes in here. Forward Barrage doing a good amount of damage as they go onto this Finn. However, they do need to get over here and close the gap if they're going to go ahead and finish. They will probably be able to finish if they did engage that fight because Idris was extremely low. Idris will be going back. Finn is going to safely get out as Red Team kind of comes up and takes control of this mid-traverse. They are going to go for Gold Mine, which will give them a lot of, even more significant gold lead than they already have. 21.3 right now. It will be about 22.8, or 21.8, sorry. Meanwhile, we see 18.8k on the side of Blue Team. So, about a 3k goldie, not too bad, but definitely something that Blue Team wants to keep track of. They don't want to let it spiral at all. Oh, so Sky, I totally missed that. Sky actually invaded their jungle, it looks like, and she got caught by Grumjaw and Finn, and that ended in her death actually. So very, very nice job on this side of those two. So Red Team now headed down, Lyra at least headed down to go ahead and see what she can do in the jungle. And we have this Jewel, doing the best that she can. Obviously, Jewel is very niche right now because she has to get those Thunder Strikes on, or else she really can't do much, especially since she has no attack speed. So she can't just stand there and auto attack. She has to use her Thunder Strikes to get the damage, and of course those are aimed. So she really has to be playing very, very well right now if the Jewel wants the damage. Big red button coming out. That is not going to connect in any way. That's from above, dropping Lord Yato very, very low. Grumjaw kind of stuck in the middle of this fight. He is doing a ton of damage to Sky, though, and Sky will go down. Idris kind of latching on, seeing who he can do damage to, and actually he doesn't go down. Jewel doing a ton of damage with her auto attacks, though. Grumjaw latching on. Grumjaw will not fall, however. He is very, very low. He wants to dive back on this Jewel. He will get the kill, and Idris, meanwhile, diving onto this Lyra. Will he he will not commit. Turret does not get to fire off another shot on him. Lucky for him, because he may have died. I think he would have been very close. I don't think he would have gone completely down. Lyra, meanwhile, probably just trying to distract them from taking the turret. They really just need to focus down this turret at this point. But it doesn't look like they're going to be that aggressive. Meanwhile, Sky is back. So now they're in trouble. Death from above comes down. It does catch Idris out. Idris is going to have to go down this way, as Sky will most likely chase them here. Idris trying to get away. He's very, very low on health. Finn doing a good job. There comes that Quibble to go ahead and stun that Sky in place. Finn maybe sacrificing his life here for Idris. So very, very nice of him. However, Grumjaw needs to get out of here before he goes down. Big run button coming over the wall. Grumjaw taking them all the way over. Oh, and Sky goes down. Very, very nice play on that side of Grumjaw. But now they have to get out and to avoid that, and avoid giving up the kill. Wow. So very, very nice job on the side of that Grumjaw. I did not really expect that to happen. So he essentially uses ultimate and then uses A to go ahead and leap over that wall and get them back to Idris. Idris going in to try to finish off this Gold Miner and try to finish off both members of Red Team, but a Thunder Strike will catch him and he will go down. Meanwhile, Gold Miner will go to Red Team. Grumjaw will not be able to get here fast enough. Almost, though, as he goes ahead and backs as well. Lord Yato looking to see what he can do. Not really much at the moment. without his team, nobody to protect. Let's go ahead and take a look at Jewel as she heads into the lane. We do see, you know, her farming up. Let's go ahead and take a look at CS. We have 110 CS on the side of that lane, Jewel, to 85 on the side of Idris. So Jewel definitely ahead. She has 2 Tyrant's Monocles at this point. She doesn't have any attack speed. So like I said, her auto attacks when she uses them are critting a lot. But when she, they're not very often because she doesn't have any attack speed. So she really has to be using those Thunder Strikes on point. And she's actually been getting better as this game is improving, as the game is continuing. She's, you know, her Thunder Strikes have improved, I've noticed. So that is good for her. Looks like she's going with another Minion's Foot, so that's probably going to give her even more crit, potentially working into another Monocle or a Tornado Trigger, something to that effect. So yeah, just total crit Jewel right now on the side of this red team. Meanwhile, blue team looking for the flank play. Looks like they do see them coming. Jewel going back over the wall with a Rocket Leap. Idris taking a good amount of damage from that. Grumpjaw wants to go ahead and engage this fight. Forced to core, goes ahead and pull that Sky, and she does get stunned up. She will not go down thanks to a Crucible and Fountain combo. Idris getting focused down by the Jewel, but he does use his ultimate to go ahead and latch away. He goes and does as much damage as possible, but Jewel will be able to win that auto attack fight. Meanwhile, Finn, he wants this kill. He wants to go ahead and finish off the Jewel. Grumpjaw diving in, but really Jewel is just way faster than both of them combined. It is not going to be enough. You got 2 massive warriors there, and then you have Jewel. Grumpjaw going in, and that will be death for Jewel. So Jewel, extremely, extremely bad play on her part. She should have just gone back, but instead she stayed and decided to farm up. I don't know what the call was there, but yeah, it essentially allowed Grumpjaw to catch up to her. So she knew that Grumpjaw couldn't catch up to her if she kept running, but she instead decided to got kind of overconfident and stopped, and then Grumpjaw caught up. So here's Grumpjaw getting caught by this Sky. Meanwhile, he will go down due to a Scout Trap. Nothing really Finn can do at this point. He really has to get out to avoid getting killed by the Sky. Sky sees him in this bush. He needs to leave right now. Idris coming down to go ahead and see if he could help Finn. However, it may be a while. Okay, so Idris now on scene. Finn needs to go ahead and stun him for as long as possible. Jewel gets stunned up due to that Quibble. Idris is now on her. The Force to Core comes in, but it does miss as she goes back forward. Barrage the other direction. Finn goes down. Idris wants this kill. He's going for it. The minions, the Crystal Sentry's here. The Crystal Sentry will engage, but Sky decides to Surrey Strike back across. Idris will not work. Idris will get that auto attack on her before she can leave. But now red team starting up this Kraken. This will be 15 minutes into the game. As we see, Idris sees that it's happening. They are only a little bit done with it, and they decide to abort mission, as it is not really a good idea this long, or this, you know, at this point, because they do have all, you know, 2 heroes on blue team are up. So right now, potential skirmish happening, not with all 3 members, but we do see a 2-on-2 here, as Lyra gets kind of chunked down. Big red button not really doing anything. And we see Lyra taking a good amount of damage from that Chakram, and Jewel taking a ton of damage from the Idris and the Grumpjaw combined. Jewel will most likely go down here. They are both going after her. Idris will be able to finish her off. She tries to go and get that extra damage. Now Sky is here, but now Lyra is gone, so now it is a 3-on-1. However, Idris taking a ton of damage from that forward barrage. Finn tries to get the CC wherever he can, but he needs the Force to Core. The Force to Core misses. Forward barrage will catch up to that Idris, and now they are chasing her the other direction into their jungle. Surrey Strike back across the wall. Grumpjaw is extremely low. He is going to have to dive across this wall with his A, but he may fall. Using the B, Scott tries to cut back, but the Quibble comes in. Will take the ace. Blue team goes ahead and starts the Kraken. Very, very nice job on the side of that blue team. Very smart plays and able to kite around that Sky, using their damage to their advantage. As Sky, she has to be pointing her damage in a specific direction with that forward barrage. She cannot be doing it in all the directions. They took advantage of that. They kited around her, and they did as much damage as they possibly could. They were actually able to win that fight. So very, very nice job on the side of blue team. They will get the Kraken. That will be 16-13, a goal lead of about 33.5k to 32.3, still on the side of red team, so they still have a slight edge in terms of gold. But really, as we get into the late game, that gold really does not matter at this point. Everybody is pretty much full build, and yeah, really interested to see what happens here. So now Jewel using her crit. She has still 2 Tyrant's Monocles, working on that third. Gonna go ahead and do as much as she can. The Force to Cord is, the block is late, but she will use her boots to go ahead and get out of it nonetheless. Red team, they really want to focus this Kraken down, but blue team wants to kill red team. Idris going in on that turret. They're going to get as much damage as possible. Death from above comes out from that Sky. Quibble comes in on the Jewel. Jewel will use her Rocket Leap to go ahead and get away. Blue team advancing. Polite Company comes in to go ahead and zone. Lyra gets caught by that stun. Grumpjaw diving in. The snare comes out to go ahead and keep them away. Big red button once again not doing much. And we see the Polite Company once again dragging them in, but Kraken is super low. Blue team will have to disengage if they don't want to fight with red team. However, it looks like they may... Okay, so red team doesn't want to fight because they're going back. So they are going to chill in this bush. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to leave. Okay, so they're gonna leave. They're gonna go ahead and head down into the Kraken pit. Grumpjaw is gonna head back. Idris is gonna go and farm up. I would assume that all of them eventually are gonna head back. Jules sees him backing. He will get away safely. Now Idris is the only one left. Or Idris, sorry, Finn. No. Go back, bud. Alright, so Idris now in the top of lane. Kind of just kiting around them. He doesn't know exactly what he wants to do here. However, we do see all three members of this red team ready for a fight. Finn says stick together because they are kind of apart right now. The opposite of together. So yeah, potential team fight breaking out here. Jewel jumping away with that rocket leap. Sky says be careful because Sky is obviously not there yet. If they were to engage that fight, that would be very, very bad for red team because blue team already has this edge. But if red team loses this fight, this will most likely be a game or very, very close to it. Blue team headed into the lane, and we do see Lyra wanting to go ahead and get any potential zoning or vision on them that she can. Little engage there, little poke from Grumpjaw with his B. Lyra, okay, so Jewel going back again. Looks like she wants to go ahead and pick up something. She now has a tornado trigger, so we just did that lucky strike, sorry. She instead opted for, instead of going for another monocle, she decided for the tornado trigger. This will give her attack speed, so now on top of the thunder strike, she will be able to use her auto attacks to do damage, which is very, very crucial. And so we'll see if this fight, if that tornado trigger will help this fight go in their direction. So Rocket Leap coming in from that Jewel. Jewel getting chunked very, very low. Idris gets deleted immediately, and now Grumpjaw just has to run as Lord Yato goes ahead and pulls them in. Red team just doing so much more damage than they were before. Grumpjaw coming back down, but really Grumpjaw should have left as soon as they got there. That will be an ace for red team. Grumpjaw should have left. He should have gone back. He should have gone right back to turret and then tried to hold him off. I don't know why he re-engaged. Because there was really no chance against all of them. Grumpjaw is a burst, so essentially he was yeah, he has enough damage to burst down one hero if he catches them out, but he went back in on a 1v3 to go ahead and save someone, which was nice, but he doesn't have the damage to go ahead and do that. So he was just, yeah, not the right decision. He should have left. This will most likely give red team the Kraken. We see it being captured right now. Idris sees it happening, but he can't do anything about it, and he comes in literally a second too late. He will be focused down. Idris, or Finn and Grumpjaw coming in to try to help. Although Idris does get away, and now Sky is kind of knee deep here. Idris trying to do as much as he possibly can, but he is extremely low. Jewel and Sky all in. The Quibble comes in on that. Grumpjaw will go down. Sky doing a lot of damage with her forward barrage, and she will get the Idris as well, but Idris will get her before he goes down. And now it is Finn in a 1v2. He's going to go ahead and run as far away from this scene as possible to go ahead and distract these two as they bear down on him. But they will be able to get him, and meanwhile the Kraken is pushing into the base. So unfortunately this may mean the game for red team as we push into this match here. Kraken still pretty much at full health. Yeah, so this is going to be GG, unfortunately. Very, very nice job on the side of both teams. Score was very close, 19-17. Hope you guys enjoyed the shoutcasting. And that one fight there, it got really, the one where Finn and Grumpjaw won and they just kited around that Sky, that was gorgeous. That was so fun. So let me know what you guys think. Grumpjaw bringing Jewel into the base, but it's still not going to be enough. And now Jewel actually finishing off the Vayne before she dies. Idris going to go ahead and take out the Lyra if he can. Yeah, he's gonna get to her. Okay, so nice job on the side of both teams. It was actually a very, very well played game. Very, very entertaining to watch and commentate. Let me know what you guys thought of it down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of the game itself, and of course my shoutcasting. Let me know if you want to see more of these. Right now they are scheduled for Wednesdays and Fridays, but I can Yeah, right now they're scheduled for Wednesdays and Fridays, so let me know what you think of the series itself. And then, of course, Monday we have our weekly news roundup, which is called This Week in Vainglory. Let me know if you guys are enjoying that series as well. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Very much appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.